Surrey soared to 673 with 64 ball current ton. Hashim Amla and Ben Geddes scored twin 124s on the first day at the Kia Oval. Kent punished, pummeled and ploughed to all parts, their depleted attack suffering. Sam Curran unbeaten at the end of the day, having scored 53 from just 28. Surrey finished the day 445 for 5, and they were in total control. Jamie Smith fell to the final ball of the day, but it was almost a case of out of the frying pan and into the fire. Will Jacks next off the rank alongside Curran now, 450 up early, and Jacks looking in the mood. Like so many before him, he started in a hurry, scoring at a runner ball and dealing almost exclusively in boundaries. 500 loomed for the hosts in double quick time. A 50 partnership from 51 balls. Jacks innovative to get them there with 4 more, and then standing tall to take them to 500 runs. Curran cruised, little troubled him, the pavilion peppered as he moved into the 90s. Jacks was the latest in the long line of Surrey batters to move to 50. The shot down the ground tame for him, 48 balls required, but he was just the warm-up act. The members had to take cover again. Lind crunched for 6 more. Curran's 100, a quite sensational one, scored off just 64 balls, matching Ben Stokes' fastest of the season so far, the celebration as explosive as his hitting. Cue the rain, Kent out of the firing line, but only briefly. 550 on the board with another Curran boundary. He'd be unable to guide his side to 600, out for 126 off 75 when he skewed Lind to Milnes. That was left to Jacks. On the pull to Duffy, the scoreboard ticked over, lunch just around the corner. It was 635 for 6 at the break, Atkinson and Jacks wandering in after a 49-ball 50-run partnership. They came steaming out of the blocks after the break, Jacks and Atkinson speeding past 650, the former heading for 100, the latter a half-century. Atkinson would fall short, out for 42, chipping Leaning to Petman. Laws would face just 1 ball on his Kia Oval debut, watching on as Jacks hit Singh for back-to-back 4s to move on to a 92-ball 100, the 4th man to breach 3 figures in the innings, the 2nd to do it in less than 100 balls, and that was the cue for Rory Burns to wave them in with the score 673 for 7. It had been the perfect innings for Surrey, Curran leading with 126, just ahead of Amla and Geddes, Jacks 100 rounding off a mountainous total, a punishing day and a half for Kent's bowlers, on loan not Seamer Petman with 2, but at a cost of 102. Duffy, wicketless, 158 conceded. What a difference a couple of weeks makes. You couldn't keep Curran out of the game. Opening the bowling alongside Worrell, he struck in the 4th over. A rare failure for Compton this season, bowled for 4. Bell-Drummond and Denley steadied the ship, ticking the score along to 45 for 1 when the torrential rain started to tumble and an early tea was taken. Tea was extended due to the weather, but Kent made their way past 50 when they returned to the middle. Denley, though, would succumb soon after, castled by Worrell, gone for 38. Leaning joined Bell-Drummond in the middle, 2 men with plenty of experience in leading their side, and they needed to do it again with the bat. The going was slow, but that suited Kent and frustrated Surrey. Wickets at a premium, composed batting from the pair saw the score starting to flirt with 3 figures. A Bell-Drummond single took them to that mark, the game not looking quite as one-sided as it once had. He agriculturally fired Jacks to the leg side boundary, 50 added by the pair off 118 balls. After watching on as Surrey batter after Surrey batter raised their bats in celebration of landmark totals, it would have been a nice feeling for Daniel Bell-Drummond to do the same, up to 51 with a single off Laws. And the pair were still together at the close, the score up to 147 for 2, Kent trailing by a huge 526, but the 3rd wicket partnership was a confidence-boosting one for Kent. They'll be up against it again when they return tomorrow morning. Surrey hold all the cards, but the grit and determination that earned them that first win last time out was on show in South London. A bit more, and their confidence will continue to grow.